What's going on, Western Express family and friends and people who just like these videos? So I got dispatched a load and it was due to be picked up when it became active on my tablet. I don't want to go down there and take a chance. It's already 5 o'clock. It was due at 4. I don't want to go take a chance. Sometimes they run all night, you know, and sometimes they don't. It's a USG. I know there's one, I think, in Ohio that if you're there past a certain time, you ain't getting in. You're gonna have to wait till the next day. I believe, I may be wrong, but I don't want to go down there, take that chance, and then be sitting on the side of the road at night. And like I say, it ain't but an hour away. So it came up on my tablet around noon. I accepted it, and it didn't go active until 4 o'clock when it was to be picked up, at the last minute to be picked up. So letting all y'all guys know who's thinking about coming to Western Express, these are some of the things you're going to go through. So I spent the whole day at this truck stop right here. I ate Subway today. Ain't ate Subway in a long time. I'm fixing to eat some soups. Call it a night. I don't know. So I'm thinking about going to TMC. I want to do that owner-operator. But they make you wait. They make you wait a year after you've been there, which that's understandable. You know, you don't want to get somewhere and, you know, you don't know how the business works and stuff like that. I can understand. They're covering themselves. They're not just saying, hey, you know, some companies, no experience, you do owner-operator. If you driven like a month, somewhere else, say for instance, they'll go ahead and put you in the truck, have you ready to go. You'll be owner-operator first day out. A little risky on both sides. So, you know, I looked in that Maverick. I'm not quite sure. That Nova Lines, that's a minimum of 18 months, maybe. You know, I gotta get past this 2-year mark, man. I gotta get this 2-year mark. I just hate I jumped into this business, you know, this late in my life. I wish I would have done it a long time ago, because I really do enjoy it. I know I'm not going to have my ups all the time. I know, you know, if it wasn't for the bad, we wouldn't appreciate the good. I know that. But I really do enjoy this. And like I say, I wish I would have done it a long time ago. That way I could be further along by now. But I didn't, so I've got to just take the good with the bad and keep on rolling, you know. I know eventually it'll get good. There'll be years down the line where I'm looking back at these days and I'll say to my wife, her name's Mandy, I'll say, Mandy, you remember back in the day, I used to sit at them truck stops waiting on loads, couldn't get no load, broke. I mean, barely had any money to make it. And now look at us. We got 3 trucks. We started our own business. Heck, we even got 2 guys driving for us. I mean, helping them feed their family. You know, you can't beat that. I mean, we've came a long ways. We got land. We're building us a house, you know. the drivers are building their houses. You know, we really have done a lot for people and for ourselves. I mean, it's a miracle. It's miraculous. I get speechless just thinking about it, because I can't wait for it to happen. I want to be that type that owns a couple trucks. That way I can feed a couple families. Not saying that, you know, it's all about me, blah, blah, blah. Know that I can do something for somebody else. Because I'm going to tell you what, we ain't promised tomorrow. And when I take that last breath, it's over with. It's over with. I want to do as much as I can for humanity while I'm still here. And if that means putting a man in a truck to feed his family and build his house, buy his land, then that's what I want to do. Because I'm going to tell you what, I wish somebody would do the same thing for me. But it just takes that person to do it. And I'll tell you what, that's who I want to be. But with all that said, I'm sitting here at this truck stop debating on what I'm going to eat for dinner and watch to go to sleep to. I enjoyed my day today, because I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, I may have been in this truck not making no money, but I'm going to tell you what, I worked hard to get in this truck. I worked really hard to get in this truck. Yeah, it may not be the truck that I really prefer to be in, but I'm telling you what, I'm in a truck. Heck, I just started driving semis, thinking about driving semis almost about a year ago. This all happened within a year. I mean, I woke up one morning and I said, I want to go over the road. I want to be a semi driver. And buddy, I tell you what, I put everything I had into it, and I come home every day after work, and I would study. I would go over I'd watch some YouTube videos that did the question and the answer, the question and the answer, and I'd listen to them videos all day after work. Heck, sometimes I would download the videos off of YouTube, and I would just the audio, and I'd be driving at work and I'd have it playing in my radio. I had a 26-foot International box truck, just like this almost. I mean, it's set up just like this. That's what let me know it was a sign from the Lord that I should be here where I'm at right now. Well, let me know that He's working for me. He's working in my favor. But I would ride and I'd hear, you know, where do you place your markers when you're pulled over on a two-way road or on a double road? You know, I listen to questions and I listen to them answers. I'd get off on the weekend. I'd be like, oh yes, the weekend. And I go home and I sit on that couch and I play them videos. And I do them pre-test. I did that for about a month and a half. And I went down there and I aced the test first try. I passed one test and I said, well, I got one down. That's one I ain't got to take. I said, I know I probably ain't going to get these other ones. I said, there was some hard questions. And then I get that second test and I said, what? I said, I might just pull this off. I said, well, I got two down. And I said, let me go for a third. Man, I tell you what, when I got that third test right, I stood up, pushed the chair back, and I walked out of that thing. I was walking on top of the building. You couldn't tell me nothing. I told my wife, I said, look, I said, I got it. I got it. I said, you don't ever doubt me. I got it. And everybody's like, what the? I ain't worried about y'all. I got it. I got that CDL. I tell you what. Cloud 9, baby. Cloud 9. So then I had to do the daggum driving part. That driving part, woo! I ain't never drove a semi in my life. I drove that box truck. When I drove that box truck, I was like driving a limousine. But I tell you what, by the time I got done with that job, when I quit that job, put my 2 weeks in. You know, I did respectfully, so I could always go back in case I need something back to fall back on. I may look crazy, but I ain't stupid. But so I put that box truck, man. I could park that box truck anywhere. You know, if there was enough room for that box truck to fit right there, I could pull it up in there. And some of them guys be like, "Man, I don't know how you doing that." You gotta get these Pepsis off this truck. That's how I'm doing it. I'm ready to go to the house. I ain't got time to play games and wait on people to move. So, but I never did nothing illegal. Never parked out in the middle of the road, nothing like that. I made sure when I parked, wasn't nobody gonna bother me. I could do my job and get going. So I have to beg them. First they would let me. First they would be like, "Yeah, here's the keys. Go out there and practice." And then they got to the point where, "Well, you ready to take tests?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "I need more practice." Because I couldn't do the alley dock perfectly. I mean, it was taking me a minute to figure out. See, I was doing the alley dock where I'd pull up like midways, like here's the thing, like here's the lot. I'd pull up in the middle, and then I'd pull up a little ways, and then I would cock my trailer. I'd do the 90, cock my trailer, and I push my trailer. I put the wheels in the hole, and I push my trailer on around. Then I straighten it out and push my trailer back in the hole. Well, come to find out, that's not how you really gonna do the test on the alley dock. It is, but it ain't. No, you're more gonna smooth into it when you do the test. And see, I didn't know that, so I started studying like the other way, like the correct way. Well, they kept asking me, "You ready? You ready?" And I'm like, "No, no." I mean, this is like a couple weeks. I'm just practicing after work, like an hour here, an hour there. You know, 2 or 3 hours. I got it. I'm supposed to have it. I'm supposed to be passing tests. And I said, no. I said, I'm not confident in myself. I'm not confident. I don't think I'm going to get it. You know, I don't think I am. So then they made it to where they said somebody in the Pensacola area backed into somebody. So now I had to have a Class A CDL driver out there with me. That made it harder on me. Because the guys, when they got back from driving them semi-trucks, they didn't want to stay with me after work and practice. They wanted to go home. They only had to work 4 days a week. They was getting paid $1,000 a week. But they was working their butt off. So I had to beg them, "Please, man, stay with me an hour or 30 minutes. Let me back your truck up the whole, you know, I'll back it up for you." Felt like a kid. Felt like a kid. "Please, Daddy, can I drive the truck, Daddy? Let me back it in, Daddy." You know, I felt like a child. This is my company wanting me to get a CDL so I can advance in my career, but then they don't let me practice with their truck. They make me have to go out there and beg people. So I'd beg the supervisors. They didn't really, you know, at one point they didn't really want to help me. You know, towards the end, that's when they finally started helping me, man. And I had to stay on them. And I tell you what, when it was my time to go there and take that test, I was so mad about it that I knocked the whole test out in 15 minutes. Now I had, I'm going to tell you how ridiculous this place was. I had 12 pull-ups. 12 on the lateral. I had 12 on the 90, and I had 9 on the straight that I could use. 12, 9, 12, 12, and 9. I used one pull-up. And that was on my alley dock. Because of course, when I came back and I started putting the hole, some people can do it. I just ain't done it that many times. But of course, I had to pull up one time, straighten it up, and then back it on in. That was the only pull up I ever used. They said now I'm not exaggerating. Maybe they were, but they said it like 6, 7, 8 times. They said they ain't never seen nobody complete that track that quick. And I'm gonna tell you why I was doing it so quick, because I was nervous about it. I wanted to go ahead and get it done. I wanted my CDL. I wanted to go ahead and get it done. I tell you what, when I got that CDL, I knew from then on it was time for my company to stand up and be the company they kept pushing me to be, or move out the way. And see where I'm at today. Didn't nobody give me nothing. Didn't nobody give me nothing. I mean, I worked hard to get that stuff. You know. Yeah, I could have went to school with the grant and all that. Don't get me wrong. But who was going to pay my bills while I was in school? So I didn't have that option. You know. But I worked hard to get that CDL, man. I worked hard to get right here where I'm at, sitting in this chair. And I ain't fixing to just, you know, I got 20 more years and I'll be 60 years old. I'm not fixing to take this lightly. I'm fixing to try to get all the money I can get. So that's why I need y'all's help. I got 3 more months. I got 90 days till my 6 months is up, and I need to go somewhere that's going to treat me right and has a good owner-operator program that's giving like 70, 80%. I think TMC gives 70. I need somebody who's going to do me right. I seen that somebody said, you know, the mom and pop outfits. Yeah, that's all good and everything, but does anybody know any? There's so many companies out here, I'd be sitting here for years calling every single one of them. So if y'all know of any company directly that will help me, let me know. Oh, and if you don't do nothing, do this. Subscribe to my channel and like my video. You know, I ain't never gonna get to 1 million subs. Probably ain't gonna never get to 1,000. But I'm gonna keep saying subscribe and like until I do. So y'all get over that. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all been with me 18 minutes now. That's good enough. Told you my life story. So help me out. All y'all be safe out there on that road and keep on trucking, and let's get this money, guys. Take care.